Imagine you're at a party. You know no one except the host, and you're stuck in a corner with a plate of chips and salsa. Awkward, isn't it? It's a situation we've all found ourselves in at one point or another. The clammy hands, the nervous laughter, the sudden fascination with your phone. It's as if you've suddenly forgotten how to human. That's the thing about social situations. They can be an absolute minefield of awkwardness. And it's not just parties. It could be a work meeting, a date, a family gathering, or even a simple conversation with a stranger. So, what's the deal with all this awkwardness? Why does it seem to sneak up on us when we least expect it, and how can we stop it from taking over? Well, that's exactly what we're here to talk about. We're going to delve into the psychology of awkwardness and arm you with practical strategies to navigate those tricky social waters. So, how do you navigate such situations and come out feeling confident? Let's find out. First, understand that feeling awkward is universal. Everyone, even the most confident person you know, has felt awkward at some point. Awkwardness is like a shadow that follows us into social situations, sometimes making itself known, sometimes staying hidden. It's a part of our human experience. Now, let's dive deeper into the psychology of awkwardness. It's often a result of overthinking and fear of judgment. Imagine you're at a party and you spill your drink. You might feel awkward because you're overthinking the situation, imagining that everyone is judging you for your clumsiness. But in reality, most people probably didn't even notice. We can also feel awkward when we're uncertain about how to behave or respond in a situation. It's like being on a stage without a script. The spotlight is on, and you're scrambling for the right words or actions. So the key to overcoming awkwardness is not to avoid it, but to handle it effectively. Now let's dive into some practical tips to help you handle awkwardness. First off, shift your focus outward. Instead of getting caught up in your own thoughts and anxieties, turn your attention to the people around you. Imagine you're at a party, standing in the corner, worrying about what to say. Rather than dwelling on your own discomfort, observe others. What are they talking about? What are they wearing? What's their body language saying? By focusing on others, you distract yourself from your own awkwardness and become a more engaged participant in the social scene. Next, practice active listening. This means not just hearing the words others say, but genuinely engaging with them. Picture yourself in a conversation where the other person is sharing a story about their recent vacation. Instead of planning your next witty comment or wondering how to escape, tune into their story. Ask follow-up questions. Show genuine interest. This takes the pressure off you to perform and makes the other person feel valued. It's a win-win situation. And lastly, master the art of asking open-ended questions. These are questions that can't be answered with a simple yes or no. They invite the other person to share more about themselves, their experiences, and their opinions. For instance, instead of asking, "Did you enjoy your trip?" which can be answered with a mere yes or no, ask, "What was the most memorable part of your trip?" This keeps the conversation flowing and again takes the spotlight off you. Let's not forget, all these tips are not magical solutions that will make you the life of the party overnight. They are tools to help you navigate social situations with more ease and confidence. Just like learning to ride a bike or play an instrument, it takes time and practice to get better at social interactions. So, don't be too hard on yourself if you still feel awkward sometimes. It's a part of being human. And remember, even the most confident people have their moments of awkwardness. What sets them apart is how they handle it. Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you apply these tips, the less awkward you'll feel. Overcoming awkwardness isn't just about mastering social skills, it's also about changing your mindset. Now, what does that mean? Well, let's start with self-confidence. Confidence isn't about being the loudest or the most outgoing. It's about trusting in your abilities and knowing your worth. It's about walking into a room and not feeling the need to prove anything to anyone. Next, we have self-acceptance. It's about accepting who you are, quirks and all. Being socially awkward isn't a flaw, it's a part of you. Embrace it. Use it to your advantage. Some of the most successful and influential people in history were considered socially awkward. Lastly, maintaining a positive attitude. It's not about ignoring the negative, but focusing on the positive. It's about seeing awkward situations as opportunities for growth and learning, not as failures. In the end, the way you perceive yourself matters more than what others think of you. let's quickly recap what we've learned today. We started off by acknowledging the elephant in the room, awkwardness. We all experience it, especially in social situations. It's that uncomfortable feeling that makes us want to run and hide. But remember, it's not an anomaly, it's a shared human experience. We then delved into understanding awkwardness. It's not a character flaw or a sign of social ineptitude. It's simply a response to uncertainty. When we're unsure of how to act or what to say, we tend to feel awkward. But understanding this can be the first step towards overcoming it. Next, we ran through some practical tips to help you navigate through awkward moments. We talked about being present in the moment, focusing on others rather than yourself, and practicing active listening. We also discussed the importance of being kind to yourself and reframing awkward moments as learning experiences rather than failures. Then we explored the role of mindset. How we perceive awkwardness can significantly impact how we experience it. If we view it as a threat, it can heighten our anxiety and make us more prone to feeling awkward. But if we view it as a challenge, it can motivate us to improve our social skills and become more comfortable in social situations. And finally, remember to be patient with yourself. Change takes time. You won't overcome awkwardness overnight. But with practice and a shift in mindset, you can become more comfortable in social situations. So there you have it. A brief rundown of how to stop feeling awkward in social situations. Remember, it's okay to feel awkward. It's not a weakness, but an opportunity to grow. Embrace it, learn from it, and you'll become a more confident and sociable person.